Hello there, thank you for your comment. There's so many reasons why it is kind of wrong and doesn't apply to me. I know that there are some people who are so desperate for the lack of belief definition of atheism to be the only one that they've tried to change the normative definition of atheism into anti-theism. But anti-theism actually describes a completely different concept. Anti is when you're against something. So if you're an anti-theist, you are against theism or religious practices in general. You feel that they're so harmful that they should be wiped from society. And that's not where I actually stand. Whilst I believe no gods exist, that's not where I stand. But you don't even have to listen to me on this. You could take a look at some writings from Christopher Hitchens, if you so will. This is quite a common quote from Hitchens. And in fact, if we highlight it so we can tell the two different parts apart, where he's talking about both being an atheist and an anti-theist. He says he's not even an atheist so much as an anti-theist. He not only maintains that all religions are versions of the same untruth, so they're not all false. All religions are false, right? So if all religions are false and, no gods exist, he believes gods don't exist, right? Because that's his atheist statement. But I hold the influence of churches and the effects of religious belief is positively harmful. So this is the statement about the anti-theism. Reviewing the false claims of religion, that is atheism, and then goes on to say, I do not wish, as some sentimental materialists affect to wish, that they were true. Okay? I do not envy believers their faith. I am relieved to think the whole story is a sinister fairy tale. It's something that's completely made up, so it's all false. Life would be miserable if what the faithful affirmed to was actually true. Again, that's a value statement against theism, so that's the anti-theism side. And he goes, there may be people who wish to live their lives under the cradle, to grave divine supervision, a permanent surveillance and monitoring, but I cannot imagine anything more horrible or grotesque. So even Hitchens says this. But the other side of your problem is you are trying to tell me what I identify as. Now, whilst I prefer the normative definition of atheism, at least as far as it's concerned within philosophy, which is the belief or proposition gods do not exist, and someone who doesn't believe that gods do or do not exist would usually sit in the realm of agnostic. If someone wants to be called an atheist with that label, fine. I just translate that in my head. I'm not going to complain about the label that they are using. I might discuss it with them if they so wish. I might explain all the problems with terms like agnostic atheism or, lack of belief atheism or any of those sorts of things. But if they want to be known as an atheist, that's fine. But you're actually going out of your way to tell me what label I am, and you're wrong.